Alyssa, where are you tonight? Out with MIA. I told you already. You said you might go. Not that you were going. And you didn't reply to my last 3 texts. I'm not glued to my phone, Evan. Chill. We're just grabbing drinks. I stared at her last message, thumbs hovering, burning. The bar's name was tagged in her story, neon lights, crowd noise, music bleeding through her shaky camera. No MIA. Just her alone, flashing that lipstick-heavy smirk. Same smirk she used on me 6 months ago. I opened the app again. Rivers live in LA, stream starts now. My finger hovered, trembled, tapped. The feed opened. Crowd roaring. Lights spinning. A guitar riff I recognized. My riff. The one I helped Kai layer 3 summers back when he was still playing in garages. My heart stopped. There she was. Front row. Eyes glowing. Hands in the air like she belonged there. Kai, she screamed. I love you. He pointed at her. Smiled. That's for you, baby. Baby? I swallowed. That's my damn melody. I stood up so fast I knocked over my chair. My studio setup buzzed behind me. I called her. Straight to voicemail. Again. And again. Again. Answer the phone. I love you, the same phrase she used to say while tracing the scars on my wrist. Now she threw it at someone with abs and a MIC. Reese called me. You seeing this? I'm watching it. She's in the front row. I know. That song. I wrote it. A silence. Bro, come over. No. You shouldn't be alone right now, man. She's just cheering. It's probably nothing. Maybe she got dragged there. Dragged there and mouthed I love you. I hung up. Not now. Not while I'm shaking. The music shifted. Hollow Heart, the song I wrote when my dad died. The lyrics spilled from Kai's lips. You were the noise in my silence. Now you're the echo in my screams. He pointed at her again. She cried. Smiling. I can't do this, I whispered. I grabbed my keys. The night felt heavy, but not as heavy as my chest. Halfway to the door, my phone buzzed. Text from Alyssa. Did you watch the show? Crazy crowd. I stared at it. That was it? No mention of Kai? No apology? No explanation? Just, crazy crowd? I typed. You said he was just a friend. She replied instantly. Evan, don't start. It was just a show. He wrote my song for you. What are you even talking about? Hollow Heart. I wrote that? You know I did. He stole it. You told me he only wanted to jam once. Now you're mouthing I love you in the front row. Why are you spying on me? That stopped me cold. Spying? I watched a live stream. That's all. I didn't need to respond. She called. I answered. Don't twist this, I said. Then don't make drama from nothing. You think this is nothing. I didn't do anything. You stood there. Front row. My song. My riff. My heart up there, and you cheered for someone else like I never existed. Silence. Then she said, quiet and slow, maybe we want different things now. My grip tightened on the phone. I gave you everything, I said. I didn't ask you to. My breath caught. She didn't even flinch. You know what hurts? I said. It's not that you cheated. It's that you didn't even bother hiding it. Evan. No. You wanted this. Go have it. Dance to it. Sleep in it. Drown in his spotlight. Another silence. I didn't mean for it to happen like this, she mumbled. Yeah, I said. But it did happen. She didn't respond. I hung up. I walked outside. No destination. No music. No more songs left to give her. Just silence. Just me. And the echo of her voice, still mouthing I love you, but never to me again. Don't come in here, Jonah. Evan, it's 2 in the morning. I said don't. I know that look. You haven't eaten, have you? I didn't answer. You're in the same hoodie from yesterday. Still nothing. He sighed. All right. I'm leaving a sandwich outside the door. Don't let it rot like the last one. Silence. I turned back to the screen. The track was still playing on loop. Her laugh is gasoline, you lit it up, now watch me burn. Kai's voice led over mine. His chorus. My harmony. My pain. All of it warped and packaged into his new single. I clicked solo on the vocal stack. My vocal take. I knew it was mine. The breath at the end, the scratch in the middle, I remembered it. I produced that. Alyssa knew. She had to. I sang it to her first. Gasoline. It was supposed to be a demo. I opened the folder labeled Kai Final Mixes. Drag. Delete. Goodbye. Evan. I flinched. Nina? I pulled off my headphones. What the hell are you doing here? I knocked. Jonah let me in. Great. I didn't come to fight. Then why did you come? She stepped closer. To tell you I didn't know. About Kai. About them? You sure? I stood. You never noticed the way she laughed at his lame jokes? Or how she'd flinch when I touched her, but not when he did? She said he was harmless. Yeah? Harmless guys don't steal songs and girlfriends. I'm sorry. Don't be. Just leave. Evan. You saw the post, right? She nodded. You heard the track. I did. Did you know that voice under the chorus was me? I thought it sounded familiar. It is familiar. Because I bled that song into existence. And now he's selling it like a souvenir. She looked at my desk, at the broken MIDI controller on the floor. You smashed it? I smashed everything. Nina sat down. I didn't stop her. She said softly, you still have the master, right? I looked at her. You do, don't you? I pulled up a hidden folder. Only one file left, I said. The original version. Raw. Before he touched it. You should leak it. I stared at her. You think I should go public? Why not? Let them know who really made it. And be the bitter ex-boyfriend crying about stolen music. Or, be the artist who deserves credit. I leaned back. My chest was tight. She added, you don't have to fight dirty. Just, be honest. I don't want revenge. Then what do you want? Silence. She looked confused. I want peace, Nina. She nodded. Then play it. For you. Not for views. Not for spite. Just to remember who you were before them. I click play. Her laugh is gasoline, you lit it up. The raw version. Just my voice. No auto-tune. No gloss. Just heartbreak. I closed my eyes. She whispered, that's beautiful. Too bad she never listened. Nina stood. I did. I looked at her. And I'm sorry I didn't say something sooner. It doesn't matter now. It does to me. I nodded slowly. She walked to the door. I'll let you be, she said. Thanks. Before she left, she turned back. By the way, Kai's getting sued by someone else too. You're not the only one he used. Figures. I sat alone again. Just me. The blinking cursor. The burned files. And the only truth left, me, singing to a ghost. Jonah, quick question. Is this about food or revenge? Neither. Contracts. Oh hell. You're serious. Dead serious. You remember when Kai asked me to co-sign the distribution deal? Yeah. You were still defending him back then. I never signed the final doc. You didn't? I trusted him. I said, send it after the tour. He never did. Jonah let out a low whistle. So I logged in just now. My name's still on the metadata. My vocal, my production credit. Everything. He paused. Wait, you mean you own the master? Half of it, legally. Possibly more. Holy, what are you gonna do? I opened my inbox. Not sure yet. Then Nina texted. You need to see this, sent it to your email. Don't ask how I got it. Attached was a label contract. Kai's full agreement with the streaming platform. No mention of my name. Of course he scrubbed me, I muttered. Jonah leaned over. You thinking what I'm thinking? I think I'm done being quiet. I called Nina. You okay? She said. I just opened it. I figured you didn't know. He's been doing this with other guys too. That rapper Jace? Same story. Kai promises exposure, then ghosts after release. Sounds like a pattern. It is a pattern. I've heard at least 4 names. I rubbed my face. So I'm not the only idiot. No, but you might be the first with the paperwork. I exhaled. How deep are you in this, Nina? She hesitated. I used to help him book venues. I saw things. I kept quiet because of Alyssa. But now, screw it. I sat back. Evan, you still have that master, right? Yes. Then that track? Gasoline? It's yours. Your vocal, your melody, your production. I know. You could pull it from streaming. File a DMCA. Would that kill his momentum? Absolutely. Mid-tour, mid-campaign? It'd choke everything. Jonah raised an eyebrow. You sure you want to do that? I met his eyes. He took everything from me. Then burn him. I looked back at my screen. Not yet. What? I'm not gonna kill him now. I want him to think he's won. Jonah leaned against the doorframe. You're changing. No. I'm remembering who I was before they turned me into a ghost. You sure you're ready for this? I nodded. I'm done grieving. I'm ready to be heard. Are you sure about this? Jonah stared at me, fingers hovering over the keyboard. Yes. Once I hit this, it's gone. Everything under your master rights, streaming, licensing, social sync, wiped. I know. He raised an eyebrow. You wanna say the magic word? Revoke. Click. I waited. The silence in the studio was louder than the music that used to fill it. Jonah looked up. It's done. I didn't speak. My phone buzzed. Over and over. Tweets. Blog pings. Fan forums. Kai's new single vanished off Spotify. Apple Music error or sabotage. The chorus dropped from TikTok. Why? Jonah laughed. That was fast. I stared at the screen. One post caught my eye. From Alyssa. A blurry mirror selfie. Caption. When silence hits harder than betrayal. I muttered, she thinks she's the victim. Jonah read over my shoulder. You want me to reply? No. Not even a burn. Let them talk. I'm not giving them anything. Another buzz. Unknown number. I answered. Evan, a voice stammered. Yes. It's Cam. Kai's manager. Okay. Hey, man, listen, we've got a situation. Oh? Some of the tracks aren't loading. A bunch of the videos muted on socials. We think it's a back-end bug or... It's not a bug. Pause. It's not? You're using my master. A deep breath. Look, I didn't know. Kai told me he owned the stems. Said you guys worked it out. He lied. I'm just trying to do my job, man. So do it better. Cam lowered his voice. Can we fix this? That depends. On what? Kai admitting where it came from. On record. That's a hard ask. I didn't ask. I stated. I get it, you're hurt. No. I'm done being hurt. Now I'm making sure people know who built that track. I'll have to talk to him. You do that. I hung up. Jonah shook his head. You're stone cold. I looked back at the muted clip of Kai's anniversary post with Alyssa, no sound, just empty laughter on a beach. I used to cry to that song, I said. Now he's crying on live. Another ping. Kai. Live on Instagram. Eyes red. Hair messy. Mumbling. I don't know who's doing this. We've been hacked or something, please be patient. Comments flooded the screen. Where's gasoline? Bro, what happened to your song? Is it true Evan wrote it? I leaned closer. Jonah chuckled. You watching your enemy drown? No. I'm watching him gasp. He sat beside me. Feels good? No. Then why are you smiling? Because I didn't touch him. I just took back what was mine. A knock. Then again. Softer. I opened the door. She stood there, hoodie, no eyeliner, eyes red. Alyssa. I didn't know where else to go. I didn't move. Can I come in? No. She looked down. Okay. Silence stretched. I messed everything up, she whispered. Still, I said nothing. She looked up. He's gone. Blocked me. Said I was just a phase. I stared. She kept talking. You were right. I was stupid. He never cared about the music. Or me. More silence. She blinked fast. Say something, please. You look tired. I haven't slept. I nodded. I've been watching your silence online, she said. It's louder than anything. I crossed my arms. So what do you want? She swallowed. To talk. To explain. Go ahead. I didn't love him. Sure acted like it. I just wanted to feel seen again. You were always in your studio, always perfecting something. I felt invisible. So you cheated to feel alive? I didn't plan it. But you stayed. She flinched. I didn't think you'd care this much. That's the worst part. I cared too much. Tears welled up. I'm sorry. Too late. I didn't come for pity, she whispered. Then why? I saw what you did. Taking back the song. The silence. You finally stood up. I looked away. And I realized I don't even know you anymore. You never did. She stepped closer. We used to laugh. Now I write in silence. She wiped her cheek. Can we talk? Just talk? About what? Us. There's no us. There could be, if you let there be. I shook my head. You already muted me. Her lips parted. Nothing came out. I watched you whisper, I love you to him. I was lost. I was yours. She started crying. I hate who I became, she said. I loved who you were. I still have her, somewhere, please believe that. I stepped back. I believe in who I am now. That's enough. She reached out. Please, Evan. No. She dropped her hand. Take care, Alyssa. Her shoulders trembled. I'll go, she said. I nodded. As she walked away, I whispered, goodbye, and shut the door. Why am I still here? My voice echoed off the kitchen tile. No answer, of course. Just the faint hum of the fridge, the same one she'd stick post-its on. Dumb notes like buy oat milk and kiss me before you leave. I wandered into the living room. Remember when you spilled coffee on the rug and blamed the cat? The silence felt like a punch. Every chair held her laughter. Every doorframe remembered our fights. You weren't even sorry, I whispered. I stepped into the hallway. Closet door. Third shelf. The camcorder. I sat on the floor, knees tight, heart tighter. Click. Static. Then, are you filming again? She giggled. Always, my recorded voice answered. She twirled. Hoodie, socks, no makeup. You're the one holding all the keys, Evan. She laughed like she had no idea how literal that would become. Pause. Rewind. Play. You're the one holding all the keys. I stared at the tiny screen. Did you mean my music? Or my heart? Or both? She danced through frame again. You were happy once, I whispered. So was I. I skipped to the next clip. Do you think we'll last? She asked, lying on the couch. I don't know, I replied. She frowned. Why not? Because people change. She rolled her eyes. You won't. That was the problem. I didn't. She did. I shut the camcorder. The silence returned, crueler now. Every room replayed her like a loop. But it wasn't her I missed. It was the version of her I invented. The girl in the videos who smiled with both eyes. Who said we, not me. You're the one holding all the keys. Yeah. And I finally locked the door. Did you see the tweets? Jonah shouted from the kitchen. No. Kai leaked their texts. What? He's blaming Alyssa for everything. Says she pressured him into stealing your track. I rubbed my eyes. He's spiraling. That's not the best part, Jonah added. She posted voice notes. Full-on meltdown clips of him admitting it. Seriously? She called him a manipulative parasite. Exact words. I grabbed my phone. Trending tab, #Kai cancelled. His tour's off, Jonah said. Sponsors gone. Brand deals nuked. The guy's radioactive. And I didn't lift a finger. He smirked. You sure you're not psychic? I stared at the screen. One fan wrote, they deserve each other. Another, how did we not see this before? Then Nina messaged. Nina, you got what you wanted. Is it enough? I typed, then erased. I didn't know. Later that night, another message popped up. Unknown number. Talia, Verge Records. Can we talk? I hesitated. Then typed, about what? Talia, your song. The real version. I replied, how'd you get it? Talia, we get everything. I called her. She answered on the first ring. Evan, right? Yeah. Nice to finally hear your voice. You've made quite the quiet storm. I wasn't trying to go viral. That's why you did. I said nothing. Your version, she continued, raw, layered, no commercial polish, it hit harder than Kai's. I wasn't selling it. Good. That's what makes it valuable. What do you want? To sign you. I laughed. Seriously? Dead serious. We want to help you build from scratch. On your terms. Why now? Because every artist dreams of their villain era, and yours came with receipts. I'm not trying to be a villain. Then be the voice people listen to after betrayal. That sells better anyway. I looked around my tiny studio. You offering me a contract? Let's meet. Talk first. No pressure. I exhaled. Where? Downtown. Tomorrow. Noon. You in? I'll think about it. Evan, she said gently, they destroyed each other. You just stood still. That kind of control? That's rare. I hung up. Jonah leaned against the doorframe. Everything okay? I think someone wants to make me famous. He grinned. Told you revenge pays. I didn't smile back. Instead, I read Nina's message again. You got what you wanted. Is it enough? Still no answer. Still unsure. You ever produced for someone with no filter? Talia asked, grinning. Nope. But I'm guessing I'm about to. She laughed. Oh yeah. Raise a storm. Let her crash. Just catch the melody. Got it. I stepped into the studio. Polished glass, clean air, no ghosts. Just music. Ray stood by the mic, bouncing on her heels. You Evan? Yeah. You look too quiet to make something loud. I smiled. Try me. She raised an eyebrow. Roll it. I hit record. Her voice cracked, soared, broke again. I layered harmonies, shaped her edges. An hour later, she pulled off her headphones. That felt real, she said. It was. She stared at the screen. I've worked with a lot of producers. You don't talk much. I used to. What changed? Silence taught me more. She nodded slowly. I like it. Later, I found Talia in the hallway. You okay? She asked. Yeah. You looked peaceful in there. I am. You sleep now? Most nights. She paused. Still think about her? Sometimes. With anger? No. She tilted her head. Then what? With distance. She smiled. That's growth. I don't need noise to feel alive anymore. Talia crossed her arms. You were always alive. You just forgot you were the song. I looked at my hands. I think I remember now. Good. Because this next chapter? You're writing it solo. I nodded. Let's begin. We'll live in 3, 2. The mic blinked red. The host smiled. All right, Evan, welcome to Soundwaves. Listeners have been asking for this one. Happy to be here. You've had quite the year. That's one way to say it. He chuckled. Let's start with the obvious. The track, Gasoline. Still muted. Still gone. What happened? I smiled. What needed to? No regrets? None. Even with all the hype it built. Sometimes hype buries the truth. I just dug it out. He leaned forward. So, Kai. I waited. You two were close. We were. Until. He wanted the spotlight. I just wanted the music. And Alyssa? I paused. She wanted to be seen. He gave her a stage. He raised a brow. Ouch. No malice. Just facts. He nodded slowly. So the story, your version. Go. I took a breath. I made that track in a garage. He helped finish it. She heard it before anyone. They posted it like it was theirs. I said nothing, for a while. What changed? I heard it playing at a party. And I didn't recognize my own work. Damn. So I took it back. Legally? Legally. Emotionally. Spiritually. The host laughed. And now it's gone. Where it belongs. He tilted his head. Would you ever restore it? I looked at the mic. Then said, clear and calm, you don't bring back ghosts. You learn to live without their noise. Silence. Then he whispered, that's heavy. It was heavier carrying them. He exhaled. Well, Evan, that's the quote of the year. I smiled. Finally, the story sounded like mine. You sure about releasing it like this? Jonah asked. No Polish, I said. No filter. Just truth. You only sing one line the whole track. That's the point. He shrugged. All right. Hitting upload now. I stared at the screen. Title, Hear Me. You taught me silence, now hear me. That was all it said. One line. My voice. No beat drop, no chorus. Just raw. Jonah leaned back. It's live. I didn't flinch. He asked, you nervous? No. You should be. Why? Because this one's honest. Brutally. I nodded. Finally. Talia called 30 minutes later. Evan, she said. What did you just do? Released a song. You didn't clear it with the label. I didn't need to. She paused. Well, it's blowing up. What? For million plays. Twitter's losing it. People are quoting the lyric like scripture. It's only one lyric. Exactly. That's why it's hitting. I rubbed my chest. It felt weird. Not pain. Not pride. Just breath. She asked, how do you feel? Lighter. That night, my inbox lit up. Blog requests. Fan reactions. And one message. Alyssa, I heard the song. It hurt. I hope it sets you free. I didn't reply. I didn't need to. Jonah peeked in. You gonna answer her? No. Want me to? No. He smiled. Good. The next day, I stepped onto a stage for the first time in 2 years. Just me, a stool, and silence. The crowd waited. I scanned the faces. Mid-left row. Nina. Hands folded, eyes soft. I locked eyes with her. She nodded. I exhaled. Before I sing, I said, I just want to say, this isn't about revenge. The crowd went quiet. This is about living again. I picked up my guitar. No backtrack. Just strings and that one line. You taught me silence, now hear me. They clapped. Cried. I looked up again. Nina was still there. She smiled. I smiled back. After the show, she found me outside. You remembered how to breathe, she said. I laughed. Did I ever stop? You did. But not tonight. I looked at the sky. No stars. But I felt full. You know what's wild? I said. What? I thought closure would come from hurting them. And it came from writing something they'll never touch. She reached for my hand. Warm. Proud of you, she whispered. Thank you. We stood there. No drama. No echoes. Just calm. And for once, that was enough.